Take it away.
Okay, so help me out here. Where exactly did we start in the last game?
We
Should be good for
started
there.
The shark tank.
Yep.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's right. So, yeah. Thank you. I will have that in my head all night now. As I'm sure everyone else probably will, because that song is a curse.
It never was in my head.
Okay.
What song?
Huh?
What song?
Baby Shark. If you don't know it, save yourself. Like, don't even look it up because you'll never escape it again.
Baby.
Okay, yeah, my nieces have been playing that song like every day this week.
Oh.
I've been like,
okay.
What the freak? Sorry, go ahead.
So, at the start of our last game, we started in the aquarium thing where it was the big water tank with a shark floating in it, with the castle, with the chest. That was very tempting. And as we tried to cross that room, we eventually found out. Oh, thank you. Hello. Thanks, son. We eventually found out that it was not so much a aquarium tank as much as it was a giant gelatinous cube with a shark in it. After that point, we did some battle. A couple people fell. I ran. I'm my normal MO. Did we end up killing the shark? I'm trying to remember. No? Okay. No. I didn't think we did. I couldn't remember if we did or not. So at that point we ran. Oh, that's right, because we stopped and we set up the illusory wall on the stairway outside of the cube so that we can get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
Which wasn't really needed because as soon as we went up the stairs, there was a magical inn where at that point we had some drinks. Yep, we had some drinks. We had some talks upstairs, and then we all had a little bit of a rest there. After that point, we had ended up continuing on. I think after that we just kind of glossed over checking out some other rooms, and then we found the glyph, where then ended up taking us to the top of the tower, where we found Andreox Andreox standing over Fatima on an altar. We had a little bit of a conversation with Andreox where it didn't seem like a little bit of a conversation. Where we learned that he wanted us to give up all of our cool shit so that he could open up a portal to try and save Jayag. That didn't
Let's not forget. Give up all our cool shit and kill Fatima.
Yes, and kill Fatima. That's right.
Because this big angel told me to.
Oh yeah, and kill Fatima. Like
Yep. No, whatever.
Sorry,
we can always
our
get
stuff's important. We can replace the dwarf.
Yep. So after talking a little bit more, we determined that didn't really jive with most of us, and we ended up fighting him. Everybody fought pretty well, but I ended up having that celestial slaying arrow, so I shot the angel through the head, and then we talked with Andreox a little bit more. And after we talked with him a little bit more, we're just like, no. And then we ended up fighting him more, and we took him down. And I believe that is where we began.
Yes.
I feel like you could have said anything, and he would have been yes.
No, I was listening. I was listening. Sorry, I know.
And then the DM all gave us 5 levels. Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we did level up.
Yes. You guys leveled. Xullyd is a couple levels ahead of everybody else.
What?
Just one.
One.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You said a couple. I'm like,
that's the card.
I picked some pretty jank shit.
Your dexterity to like 22.
I paid for the VIP version, so I got a 70% XP increase.
Listen, just because I cannot help myself with microtransactions, I'm about a level higher than you guys. Okay?
So you guys have defeated The angel, remember, got ripped apart by the chains that were kind of ethereally binding it. The chain demons disappeared. You guys
Happy 1 year.
Andreox, yeah, right. That was our 1 year episode. Not Andreox unconscious. Fatima is laying there on the altar. What do you guys do?
Okay, so because I knocked Andreox out at that point, Xullyd still has his sword in his hand, and he's kind of standing over and because Andreox was up in the air when I threw the daggers at him through the darkness, right? So he fell in front of me. Okay, so Xullyd is standing over Andreox, and he kind of walks a couple steps away from him and turns to everybody, and he goes, "Well, that was something. He's your guy's friend, right? You guys know him?"
I mean, we've been through some stuff, but this kind of I don't know, negates a lot, I guess. I don't know.
Sorry, anybody who tries to take my axe is enemy of mine.
Sherzim, how do you feel?
At this point, everybody kind of sees it as some tears coming down Sherzim's cheeks. I don't know.
Well, that is a good enough answer for me. Because you guys still have that feeling, I will go ahead and take the burden upon myself of the regicide of the Crown Prince. And Xullyd starts to pull his sword out and walk back towards Andreox.
Yeah, you do whatever.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my god, dice! Watch out!
What do you mean, hold on?
Are you really willing? I mean, this maybe you don't. I know you don't have as much history with him as Bahesht'ur and I do, but are you really willing to go through with killing him?
Hi, hello. I don't believe we've met. My name is Xullyd. Yes, I'm going to kill him.
Lucien actually laughed at that.
Let me put it this way.
What?
He is. I'm gathering from how you have reacted and talked to him when we got up here. He is royalty. He is a prince here, correct?
Yes.
So you are going to let somebody who is delusional enough to open up a portal to another plane to let whatever out continue to live, eventually get higher up in the political status, and then just do whatever he wants. We've killed people for less.
I mean, I'm a barbarian, but he's got a point.
He's also already really high up there, so if we just killed him, that'd kind of come back on us pretty bad.
How would they know?
Yeah, but you're just pointing at Bahesht'ur. That's kind of what I was driving at, but he's better with those words than I am.
So he's always been a stickler for reports. So he probably sent probably mid-combat, he wrote out a fucking report while spinning in circles and threw it to a carrier pigeon in the distance. But yeah, someone probably knows exactly where he was and that he was waiting for us.
Right, and then that's why we lie. Right?
See? He knows what I'm talking about.
As I pick up Fatima, by the way.
You're holding Fatima?
Yes. And Nick, I think. I can't remember if I ever dropped.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Because he was going to sacrifice himself, yeah.
Forgot about that.
Oh, that's right, because he's proselytized himself on top of the altar and was just yelling.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about that. So
my god.
Xullyd is white knuckling his sword. Like the tip is just shaking as he's talking to you guys. He's like, you cannot be this naive.
Oh, we're not naive. We just. So I think I zoned out for like 5 minutes of that conversation there. So if I miss something, let me know. But what I'm hearing is kill him, and then
Yes.
he's important, so don't kill him. And then
Wrong.
Well, not. It's right because someone said that.
Well, yes, but the idea is wrong.
Well, yeah, but it's a recap, so me saying the
Yes.
point is actually correct. All right.
Yes, I'll give you that.
Thank you. Yeah. God, I don't know. Like the dude's important. I don't want to. Okay. What are some lies you would tell? How would you get out of this?
We found him dead when we got here.
Everybody roll me a perception check real quick, too.
All right.
Perception. Ooh.
Oh no, I'm
My-
bad at perception. Don't do this to me.
my kids stole my dice again, so I have to use the roller until I find them.
Go fuck yourself, other team.
Oops, wrong.
Oh my god. Holy shit, that was funny.
I can't use the numpad. I always forget. Okay.
21.
17.
Jesus.
I deserve that. It's a 4.
Xullyd, you rolled a 21. So you kind of hear a. So and as you hear this, you kind of look over and you see, for a moment, that Andreox's chest stops moving.
Oh, well, good. That solves it.
And then he starts to
me.
breathe again.
Right. So, can somebody else carry him or kill him so we can leave?
Yes,
I
I'll
really
kill.
want to go home and get some
Okay,
steak.
look. I may have had my disagreements with everybody at one point or another, but Hattrick, including him, pointing to Andreox, has become a family to me. So it hurts not just to see us, fighting each other, but actually willing to kill each other too.
Yeah. I mean, he was there when we formed, That's what makes it tough.
And I understand.
think. I didn't really have a brain when that happened. I think he was there.
Well, it's true. He did lose his brain at that point.
He was there, right?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay. Yeah, we cleared a haunted house with this guy. Attacked a tower. Finished attacking a tower. What else have we done with him? Help me out here.
I don't know.
Besides fighting him and now debating what to do with his life.
Yeah, he's weaved in and out of our journey since the beginning.
Did you guys want to at least give him a chance to explain then? Like, tie him up and, like, do a court system thing, whatever?
I don't think it's so much for him to explain, because I really think he was just an idiot and actually believed everything he was doing. I think it was we were all like, hey, this crazy angel thing has molded your mind. And in his mind, the crazy angel was telling him all of us had our minds molded. So I think if we can have a chance to get through to him, then maybe everything will just be fine.
Everybody roll me a perception check again.
Hey, 11.
8.
16.
15.
I have no good taste of waterfalls in my head.
I understand that you all have had relationships with him, but
I haven't.
sometimes,
Oh, whoa.
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to cut people out. And Sherzim, you should not be talking about family. I killed your father with you. So, family and you are...
No, you killed my manipulative prick of a adoptive father.
Still a father. Listen, it doesn't seem like we're really going to be doing anything. I'm just going to kill him. I'll take the burden on me. And so Lee turns around and starts walking at him.
No. I'm going to grab Xullyd's arm. Not like forcefully, just like, hey.
Alright, so we're not going to kill him yet?
Every time we've been fighting everything, you've always been like, all right, I'm out the door. Let's cut our losses and get out of here. So I think you're pretty quick on the let's just kill everyone and walk away bit too.
Yeah, I'm an assassin. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah, I know. So let's take a moment. Let's figure this out. Talk to him. If we don't like the answers, then kill him. But if he really was just dumb and believed the wrong thing, and then we can bring him back, like that's more advantageous for us.
All right.
The position we're at.
Everybody roll me another perception check.
Oh, that's definitely a no for me, good sir.
19.
13.
23.
Sherzim and Xullyd, you kind of hear a and as you kind of look, you look over towards the sound and you see Andreox. There, it's like he's just breathed out a large clump of blood that appears as if he was choking on it prior to this exhalation. But his eyes kind of flutter for a second.
Okay.
I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's very good.
Lucien, you
so
oh
yeah. So when Bahesht'ur grabs Xullyd's arm,
well, it was more like not like a grab. It was more like a
yeah.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay. So
Gentle
then
with
when
the
you do
assassin.
that, yeah. When you do that, Xullyd normally, since you guys have met him, has been pretty like aloof and like, I don't care, whatever. He turns at you and he is fucking furious, like just red hot with rage, and he just stares you down for a second and he goes, fine, do what you want. And then he sheathes his sword and then walks over to the side of it.
I go pick up Andreox.
roll me a perception check.
I mean, if the dude's an idiot, we're just gonna kill him anyway. So I don't know why you're. It's all like mumbling to myself. He's an idiot. We're gonna kill him anyway. I don't know why you're all mad. 14.
14. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to make sure he doesn't have a weapon and then pick him up.
Okay.
So are we leaving? Can we leave now?
Roll me an athletics check as you pick him up. I mean, he's still heavily armored. You kind of push away his spear that he has.
Well, I check to see if he has any other weapons hidden on him first.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Perfect. Just because I know what's happening here. That'll be a 19.
So, I mean, he has a few daggers kind of secreted around in different places. He has his spear. He also has like a long sword. I mean, he's pretty heavily fitted with weaponry. As
I'll take everything I find off of him and kind of like throw it to the side.
Okay, and as you throw it to the side, you actually notice that his that black tar-like arm that has now replaced his right hand is twitching and moving. The skin kind of bubbling and moving as if bugs are writhing beneath the surface.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not anywhere near that. That's grody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I had a 3-year-old trying to talk to me. What?
You didn't notice any of this.
Oh, never mind.
This is disgusting. Does anyone want to look at this?
No.
Anyone seen anything
Look.
like that?
What is it?
His weird arm is all like, I don't know, doing weird shit.
Should we cut it off?
Nope. I'll give you that one.
So as you're holding him and as you're looking at him, all of a sudden the hand whips around and it's almost like it grabs onto his arm. It dislocates from his wrist and starts to crawl like a spider up his arm and over to his mouth. And as it gets to its mouth, it sticks its fingers inside and then it does this weird kind of, like, you hear the snapping and bubbling of
I'll drop him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him.
sucks into his mouth. Eyes fly open, and all of a sudden, like this black chitinous armor begins to erupt, shedding the armor which he was previously wearing.
Drop Fatima and Nick.
Up from it as he takes a deep breath and he sits up.
Xullyd just slowly turns to Bahesht'ur, just like.
As he rolls over quickly, Bahesht'ur, you get an attack of opportunity against him as he begins to scuttle away from you, if you choose to take it.
A scuttling paladin in chitinous armor. That's
That's the thing to. I am not.
Okay.
You crawl away like a bug.
To the edge.
I'm walking backwards, just yelling, "You can kill him now."
Scuttles. He scuttles. What are you doing, Xullyd?
Do I have chance for an action?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay.
That is a Wisdom save on his part.
It does not seem to take effect. In fact, as you do this, as you cast the spell, sending your psyche out to imprison him, you feel as if you've caught Andreox, but his body is still moving.
Okay.
Black skeletal wings erupt from his back as he reaches the edge of the tower, and he leaps into the air. That tar-like substance begins to grow over his wings until it encompasses wings, and you watch as this black-clad figure begins to glide away from the tower, disappearing quickly. Because frickin' Buster rolled a nat 20 on his death saving throws.
Jesus Christ.
Just so you know, that was the thing that I was like, hey, I need you to roll me death saving throws, because as you guys are talking, he might have died. He rolled 2 failures, 2 successes, and then a nat 20.
Son of a bitch.
So I was just like run over to the ledge where he flew off and just.
Don't paladins have like white wings?
Roll me a nature check.
17.
Okay.
17. So you know that Aasimar in particular, which are the ruling class. The Aasimar are the ruling class of the Dawn Empire, right? As an Aasimar, so are his children, many of the dukes, some barons, although less of. And most of them have fiery wings, angelic wings. You have never seen one with skeletal wings before.
Okay.
So after kind of just looking off to where Andreox flew away. I'm just gonna turn to Xullyd. Next time I'm trusting your judgment.
I'm not. No offense.
Hey, don't look at me. The game
That-
was designed not to let it work.
I've washed my hands of it.
I'm sure that was some weird, like, backup to the backup to the backup plan he had in place for this exact kind of reason. Bastard. Always has an idea.
So we can go home now.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll
As
think about
I
his
go
toy
to-
store now.
As I go to pick up
Go.
Fatima and Nick.
Yes, I think we were originally planning on bringing her back to the keep, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, that was the whole reason for coming here for sure.
Roll me an athletics check. As you go to pick,
Who?
she is in
Oh.
heavy plate armor. She's got a large hammer strapped to her back.
Also,
That
I'm
is
gonna-
a 24 gets her.
What were you saying, Bahesht'ur?
I was just saying I'm going to pick up all the weapons that I'd thrown off of him. So we have them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's a couple of things. I'll send them over to you.
You didn't expect that.
I totally forgot. That's all right. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, she's quite heavy. So roll me an athletics check.
24.
Yeah, you're able to pick her up, and even for somebody who's quite heavily armored, she is much denser than you would have expected.
God, she's a fat. Oh, never mind.
You say that as one of her arms kind of like drops out of your grasp. I mean, it's just pure muscle, just ripped.
Oh. And then Lucy just stares at her for a minute like, damn. That's hot. On an unrelated note, do you guys know if she's like married or anything?
I don't know.
Oh,
Actually.
good.
No idea. I know there's no hugging in her shop,
Perfectly fine.
and no crying, and no stories, and shoot.
Yeah. I don't cry, so that's fine.
Ugh.
For all those who can't see,
They
a
can.
picture of a really tall guy with a really short lady.
That's Shaq.
Oh, Shaq.
Yes. How do you not know that Shaq? Yes.
All right. Chicken
Man.
clap.
I bet you that must be painful.
Or two.
Ugh.
Like,
Oh man.
Oh my god, I just almost fucking choked. Oh my god.
moving on. I'm sorry.
It's your basic square peg round hole scenario. So let's get out of this tower.
Let's.
Yeah.
Let's.
Alannon.
Hello.
Hey.
Just to catch you up real quick.
What's up, buddy?
They were. Oh, go ahead. What?
I just said hi.
So just to catch you up, they were deciding on whether or not to kill Andreox. Xullyd was very in favor and is quite angry that Bahesht'ur stopped him because in the process of trying to talk it out, Andreox got a nat 20 on his death saving throw.
Oh yeah.
The demon hand scuttled into his mouth. Black chitinous armor erupted all over his body. Skeletal wings erupted from his back. And then he flew off the tower.
Oh goody. Are we doing another fight, or did
No, he
just
flew
fly
away.
off? Oh, okay. Well, god damn it.
And Lucien is
We have Fatima, and we're
Yeah.
getting ready to just leave.
Lucien also seems
All right.
intrigued by Fatima's
muscles.
structure.
Zeke.
Yeah, I did see the picture that's in the chat,
Yeah.
and yeah, I can see it.
And then I
Fatima's
made a
slightly
comment.
shorter, though.
What was that?
I said Fatima's slightly shorter, though.
Yeah.
Man, she could be standing while I just stand there while. Okay, yeah. Right on Twitch.
Holy shit!
I think maybe she'd need a stool.
Not with how long his penis is.
Oh god.
Would you like me to describe it to you, or do you want me to get you a
I
bite?
was
We're all being subtle, and he just.
Okay, so you guys are on the top of the tower. You have not yet been able to left.
Can we take that portal out? The thing that got us here out?
I don't know. Can you?
No, I asked that to them,
Oh,
the party.
I don't know. Can you?
It's possible.
I'll go stand on the thingy and see what happens.
nothing happens.
I guess not.
There's a balcony. There's a ledge, right? That he just flew out of. Like, where did he go? Leave.
You guys are on top of the tower. It is flat obsidian to the very edges. In fact, the wind is kind of buffeting you. Now that you're out of battle, you realize that as wide as this is, it feels precarious.
Does anyone have rope?
I don't think we have enough rope to get down from here.
Yeah, I have like maybe 50 feet.
I
You're a
look
couple
over
hundred.
I have 50 feet, and I kind of take it out, and
how tall is this
who
tower?
have a
I'm gonna look down the ledge and try and kind of make an
Actually-
eyeball estimate.
Sure. Roll me an investigation.
Okay, we're rolling an investigation.
When will you learn your actions have consequence?
That is a 26, good sir.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, you're probably about 300 or 400 feet up.
Okay.
We're going to need a lot more than 50 feet.
I have 50
In
feet.
fact, because you rolled a 26, you're 375.3 feet.
We're like 375. 0.3 feet off the ground.
wow, Sherzim, that was pretty exact. I do have, and I kind of show my hand, and there's a ring with like a feather motif kind of engraved on it. I do have this ring of feather falling. Do you think we could factor that into this?
Well, we just all hold on to you.
Well,
When you jump.
something like that, or maybe someone stronger attunes to it, and we hold on to them. I mean, I'm plenty strong, just not strong enough to carry the group, I think.
Oh, is that like a suggestion for Bahesht'ur or me?
Just for the group, like either Bahesht'ur or or Lucien. Just whoever wants to, whoever has the attunement slot to
Can
spare.
I investigate the roof just to see if there's literally anything else up here?
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Oh.
Actually, is Fatima awake?
18.
Not currently.
Okay.
She appears to be unconscious, but also nobody's done any. They've just picked her up. What did you roll, Bahesht'ur?
18.
18. Yeah. So as you're this is a very smooth, glossy black surface, and as you're looking over, you see this slight crack in the kind of smooth, glossy surface over by where the teleportation circle is. The crack runs and it creates a square.
Is there like a handle?
No handle.
Oh.
Can I get my fingers in the crack?
It's very narrow. I mean,
if you work it hard enough.
Just believe.
Sorry, I just had to.
Can I take one of the
had to.
daggers I got off Andreox and try to lever it?
You can certainly try.
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
Roll.
Or what do you want me to click?
I don't know. You choose what you might. How are you? You're working it in. What do you think might be?
Well, if I'm working it in, probably stamina, but
Roll me a Constitution.
no, because I'm just standing there, probably. I mean, it'd be like athletics, right? Because I'm just trying to use.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Or you might be able to use dexterity to try. It kind of depends. That's why I said
I'm glad I went 25.
25. Yeah. So you.
All right.
And as you're just brute force trying to, and as you're having trouble, so you just pick it up and you stab it in, and you actually crack the obsidian, but you crack it in such a way that as you pull back, chunks of it come up, and you can stab again, and you're able to work the dagger in under this square piece.
Okay, I want to try to get the square piece out of the roof.
You do, and as you kind of you hear cracking and snapping, and the whole square just kind of cracks in half and shatters and falls inside of the top room of this the top room of the tower where you had found that teleportation circle.
Hey guys, look, I found a thing. Is there light in the room underneath?
It looks like it might have been there might have been some kind of arcane / mechanical lock that attached to this, but you just broken the obsidian. Is there any light? There's light coming from where you guys are down into this room. It's in shadows, but you can see.
Just in case we didn't want to go back inside, I had an idea. I use, my decanter of endless water to open it up with a geyser off the edge of this tower and write it down.
Nice.
That would
That's
certainly.
my thought.
That would be cool.
I didn't say we'd live, but I could try. If I die, it's okay.
Giant waterfall? Yep. Rocks at the bottom? Yep. Probably die. Bring it on.
You said the room's dark, right?
It is.
No, we're not taking that idea, I guess.
Yeah. It's not lit. It's not super dark.
Okay.
Well, let's throw a party, fam.
I was just about to make that joke, man. Pull it from me.
Well, what was that, Russ?
You can see in the room fine. There's nothing in there. It's just that top room of the tower with the glyphs and everything set into the teleportation circle.
Okay. Well, to help everybody out who can't, I'm going to go ahead and I snap my fingers and I cast dancing lights that go down into the room to light it up for everybody else to see.
Okay.
All right.
How far is the floor from the ceiling?
20 feet.
All right, I'll jump down into the room.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics.
Okay. That is a 25.
25. Okay. So you are able to land and roll. You kind of, as you land, you kind of, ooh, if somebody else were to jump and not be able to roll, if they weren't as dexterous as I am, that would probably, some of these people, especially in heavy armor, might break an ankle or something. But you
push Bahesht'ur.
roll. You push Bahesht'ur.
No, I'm joking.
There he goes.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that because he'll just go with it.
Yeah,
will.
no.
Remember, we crashed the cart only because Nick accidentally did this with his hands.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right.
So when I'm in the room, there's nothing in there, right?
No. Empty room, just
Okay.
that kind of elevator pedestal.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know what we're talking about then. So I'm gonna call up to everyone. I'm gonna say, do any of you need any help getting down?
As a response, I jump down and activate my Ring of Feather Falling.
Cool. You could have held the rope and gone last.
Alannon slowly down.
Well,
I didn't mean
I'm-
you.
I just shrug.
Yeah. Bahesht'ur, give me just a moment, darling. And I cast Mage Hand, and I grab my immovable rod with it, and I bring it up to 30 feet, and I have it click the button, and then I have my rope snake its way up and wrap around the rod, so it's just hanging there, so people can come down.
that's so awesome.
Yeah, that. Immovable rods are super useful.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Yep. Just
Now
wait,
this
just
room
wait
is
till we
there.
have to cross an ocean, and I just click it on when we're in a ship.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering if you were gonna do the, every
Anchor.
5 as you're falling down the tower, click the immovable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to have to constantly make strength checks for falling because I think I'd probably die.
Probably.
Strength
But if it
does not
worked,
do
that'd have
it.
been awesome.
Yeah.
I will shimmy on down the rope.
And I shall follow.
Yeah, it has yours has knots in it, right?
Yeah, well, it cannot, and I would have done that to make it
Okay.
easier to climb.
I kind of figured. Yeah, you guys are able to climb down easily enough. And
Xullyd,
especially
that was awesome.
Once you get out of the wind, you're fine.
Am I okay going down too?
You know what? Roll me an athletics.
I just wanted to be sure.
Here, drop Mithos, we'll catch him.
Do a what?
Athletics.
I
you'll
wouldn't
be
have said
fine.
anything, but I like the respect for narrative.
It's a 27, so I'm okay.
Yeah, it's like Pheasant climbing up the just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, nothing to you.
Hey, I'm not fat, I'm all muscle.
Same.
I go ahead and mage hand back up to click the button and retrieve my junk.
Yeah, it click comes down. Yeah,
So I guess we just go right back down the tower, right?
Oh fuck, we're gonna.
If I
have to
remember
go through
correctly,
the
didn't we take care of the?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
we didn't.
We also
just
didn't
run.
take care of the rats either.
Yeah.
See,
Well, we
my
could,
guy's
uh,
idea is looking
just
better
run.
every second, isn't it?
Also, what happened to the? I think it was a giant or something.
He ran.
No, it was a Jotun.
He ran.
Yeah,
Okay.
he ran.
Yeah, he ran out.
All right.
I'm free.
He had that weird voice, like super high
I'm free.
pitched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of had the voice for him where it was y'all have seen Rick and Morty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Show me what you've got.
The head.
Yeah, I kind of wanted that to be his voice, but whatever.
So do we have to go down each floor, or is there like a cheat code to
Well,
get through?
I think.
Well, I mean,
Bahesht'ur
I
gets a
think
I would
magic
think-
actually,
I would
actually,
think that if
down,
the
down, left, right, A, B, into the
select
wall.
start.
Actually, I do have an idea
Yeah.
that might work for both rooms that we had trouble with.
I stay
We-
outside and cast fireball.
That is a significant portion of the plan. Everyone just stay in the corridor just outside the room, and we do like ranged attacks, like for days, especially on
What, the shark?
Or
the shark thing.
maybe we could even use Xullyd's snazzy rod to kind of move the rat cages into one spot, and then I cast fire.
What?
Who wants that?
Ashley.
Oh,
Do you also think it might be worth it to wake Fatima up and see if she has any ideas how to get out?
Well,
That's a good idea.
do any of us know if she's just unconscious or if she's suffering from any other maladies or anything?
I don't
I
think
just
we've
don't
really
want to-
tried.
I don't want to wake her up and have her be like in a worse
Thank you for
situation than she
rescuing me.
was. Well, I get the feeling that if we don't, that there could be something else going on with her unconsciousness. And I'd
I'm
like
going to
to
check.
Try.
I'd like to rule anything suspicious out if I can.
Yeah, why don't you guys look over or see what's up? Not Lucien, obviously.
I put her down on the floor and just like take a step back.
All right.
Brushes a bit of her hair out of her face before he walks.
Does like the creepy
So-
fingers along the side of the face thing. I'd like to I'd like to consult my father's journal.
okay.
See if there's anything in there that would pertain to like head injuries or like maladies of the brain or something.
Sure. Yeah, roll me a medicine check. Roll me an investigation check, and then that may or may not give you a bonus to a medicine check.
Okay. One moment. Need to bring up the dice roller because I'm stupid like that. Well, first roll of the night, natural one.
Lovely.
Good. All right.
That happens.
Yep.
You may roll me as you look through. You're like, for some reason, as much as you've looked through this journal, right now the stress is getting to you, and you're just like you're not even able to really read the words.
All right. So
You may roll a medicine check with disadvantage.
yeah. Not too bad. Let's see. That is 14.
You don't see any injuries on her. In fact, she looks like she's been bathed. She looks very well maintained. Like
All right.
and she looks like she's sleeping. Her chest is rising with each breath.
Sherzim, do you know if there's any magical shenanigans that can put a person to sleep?
Oh yeah, this magic can do a whole bunch of crap. I'm gonna start going through the process of casting detect magic. I'm just gonna go Wizard's Tower. I'm going to regret this. I'm looking right at her, see if there's any.
And right as he, or right before he cast it, is like, oh no, you don't have to.
So
And then he's too late. Sorry. Go ahead.
as you do this, and you kind of wince, expecting that blinding light that you've experienced before, and it's dark, creepily dark in the entire tower. But Fatima, and the people around you are glowing with magical instruments. And on Fatima, you see her armor is magical, her hammer is magical. She has this strange kind of spidery apparatus that's attached to her back that is magical. And you see
What school of magic is glowing from the spidery apparatus on her back?
transmutation.
Is
There's
that what I
also
think it is?
on her neck that is
Oh no, that's too big.
that
Sorry,
is,
I'm thinking out loud. Go ahead.
that is of the enchantment school of magic.
I pop open the decanter of water on her face.
So you pour water on her face.
Geyser, you know. Okay.
Water her head, and her eyes flutter for a second. She begins to sit up before she slumps back asleep.
Okay. I move it.
Do I have any idea what that spidery apparatus does?
Roll me an
Where
Arcana.
can I find it? Oh yeah, Arcana check. Here we go.
I'd also like to ask him about the amulet, like what that does.
Well, that's an 18 to determine the spider apparatus.
They're not particularly common, but you do notice that it's set with dwarven runes across it, and it has what appear to be two barrels that stick out of it with a crystal set into the top. And as you're looking at it, it looks like some kind of mechanical, magical instrument of some kind.
Magitech! Yay!
Dwarven runes. Cylinders going to crystal.
Wait, 12 runes?
Very clockwork steampunk.
Nice.
But I don't know I don't exactly know what it does. Then
You've never really seen something like this before.
I pick her back up.
Can I read the dwarven runes?
Sure. You can read them, but again,
I'll go ahead and I'll you know what? Never mind. I was thinking I could tell Sherzim the meaning of the runes, but I figure that's more arcana than
you can.
reading.
You can tell him the meaning. You can read dwarven.
Well, I mean, like, if dwarven runes are like Norse runes, they're
right. Yeah.
I was
You can
thinking.
kind of get the gist of what it's saying, but putting it all
Okay.
together is.
I'll go ahead and tell Sherzim what I can pick up from the dwarven runes.
You see one that looks kind of like walk. It's got a couple of different things associated with it.
Okay.
Another one that indicates lightning or force. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what you're picking up from it.
All right. I'm also going to ask Sherzim if he recognizes the amulet.
That's the amulet with the enchantment
Mm-hmm.
school.
Mhm.
Do I recognize the amulet?
Roll me an Arcana.
Arcanas. Oh.
Arcana. All
That one.
right.
Oh.
Nothing. Yeah, and you're like,
God, like
Already,
they didn't teach me anything at the cult. Jeez.
you must have missed that day. I'd like to inspect the amulet, see if there's any dwarven runes I can see.
Sure. Yeah, you see. Roll me.
I think this case would be an investigation, correct?
Yeah. Roll me an investigation.
All right. That is a 15.
Yeah, you see one, and it's odd. Slumber, maybe.
Shizim,
Yeah.
there's a rune on this amulet that I want to say means slumber. Do you think maybe taking this off would wake her up?
How sure are you that it says slumber?
How sure am I that it says slumber?
I mean, you're sure.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it says slumber or something similar.
I mean, it makes sense if it's a slumber, it's an enchantment. There's a pretty good chance it is what's keeping her asleep.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I read it.
I'm gonna go take the amulet off.
Okay. You slip it off of her head, and as soon as you slip it off over her head, she sits up. And the spider apparatus that is attached to her back disconnects and begins to scuttle around, and the barrels begin to glow as it. What happened?
Hey, Fatima.
Well,
What are you doing here?
well,
just
we
like
came
saving
to
you and
rescue
stuff.
you.
Oh, everybody is talking at once. Only one person at a time in my shop.
We're not in your shop.
We're not in my shop.
We'll go alphabetical. All right,
We're in the Mage's Tower, actually.
The Mage School, the Midnight Tower. Oh,
Sounds about right.
where is your friend Andreox? He told me to come.
We sort of had a falling out. He tried to sacrifice you.
He did seem like kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you?
He
Kill,
sorry. Go ahead.
did you kill him for it? Is he dead? Where is he?
No.
He kind of grew wings and flew off.
You let him go?
Thank you.
Well,
The dick tried to sacrifice me.
well.
And though I stopped him from doing that.
But you didn't kill him.
Well, there's this kind of
it was
crazy
sort of
demon
a-
thing that was all like manipulating him. And
There was a demon.
It was also
him, and you didn't kill him.
It was
Well, we killed the
also
demon.
for a seemingly good cause, and it seemed like he was being manipulated, but
So he's not the only asshole then.
In the whole world,
Well-
no. Actually, quite a few of them. That's why
I'm
everything
looking
sucks.
at quite a few
Yeah.
right here.
Well, the thing
I
is,
missed
we
you,
didn't want to
Fatima.
kill him because we weren't, or I wasn't sure if it was entirely his fault, if you know what I mean.
You want to
Fatima,
try
if
to
it
kill-
helps, I wanted to kill him.
So there is
If it
one
does help, yeah.
person in this group who thinks correctly.
It helps. I wanted to kill him
According to
too.
you, yeah.
Why are you
Yeah,
looking at me like that? And she kind of like She backs up and her arms kind of flex as she gets ready to like punch you. And she's ripped. Like her arms are massive.
Wait, was that me?
At
Yep.
you, yeah, you're like waving at her weirdly, and she's like, "Whoa, man!"
Oh no, I was waving at Ethan.
Okay.
Ah.
Ethan is fun to wave at.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that one person is thinking correctly around here. How long? What demon? How did the demon get into the Midnight Tower?
From what we could gather, the mages kind of summoned her and bound her here to protect the tower.
That is how they did it. I do not think that was a demon, though. I had heard the rumors, but I wasn't sure.
Well,
What
she seemed sort of like a fallen angel, more than a demon.
Not fallen by choice. I had heard that magic, especially on such a scale, requires quite a lot of power. I feel as if that might have been what they were using to harness it. I've heard of rituals where you can summon angels and then bind them to your will. They have quite a lot of magical energy. They're made up of it.
Yeah.
Be how they were powering all the magical things that were here in this tower.
Really?
Hmm.
That makes sense, actually.
Powering the tower. That might explain why it didn't hurt as bad to use detect magic just a little bit ago.
I have a feeling that if you were to kill that angel, that it would probably disrupt everything of magical nature within the tower.
Yeah.
And that explains why it wasn't so blinding when I cast detect magic before you woke up.
We
You kind
might
of did.
we might have sort of killed her.
Oh no, I absolutely killed her.
Might have sort of, well, what do you mean might have sort of?
Well, I didn't want to come right out and say it.
It was an enslaved creature. I do not think that I have a feeling that it was more happy to be set free in any way that it could be. Did
True.
you try to free it first?
We were too busy.
I just kind of looked to Xullyd.
I did what I do best.
No, we didn't try to free it first.
Well, it's from what you described, this demonic nature, it probably had grown insane with its captivity anyway. It probably was
Alright.
better to put it out of its misery, although it is a shame that celestial being was destroyed.
Well, what happened happened. Fatima, do you have any idea? Not you. Let me back up a bit. I'm glad to see you awake. I'm glad to see that you're doing all right, hon. Do you have any idea how to get out? What was that?
But practicality is appreciated. You do not need to talk in flowery terms just for me.
Oh no, I'm sorry you got that impression. It's not just for you. I talk to everybody this way. Do you know how we can get out?
The same way we came in, I'm assuming.
But you just said that the angel powered everything, right?
Oh yes, but and she snaps a finger and there's a spark. She goes, and the kind of spidery apparatus crawls up her leg and attaches back to her back, and she goes, "It is my nature. I can power in small part and temporarily the objects which we need to be able to leave."
Oh,
Sweet.
I think
well,
I think we can. In that case, we can go to the front gate. Couple of things though. There are a couple of rooms that are well dangerous, and we we will need to go through those to get to the front gate.
Are you sure that they would still be dangerous when the magic that holds them together has been dispersed?
Well, the thing is, they would not. There were creatures in the rooms, and
Yes, but they would be creatures that were bound by magic.
so they're not bound in the rooms anymore.
Worth a look.
I don't know. I don't know. I have not. When we came to this tower, I did not make it very far before I took a blow to the back of the head. So I have not experienced the rest of this play.
So we just do our regular plan, and then there's just the chance that nothing's in the 2 rooms.
It sounds good to me. Practical.
Yeah.
All right.
No need to get there. One question: why was he wanting to sacrifice me?
Something about you have a good heart, I guess. I don't see it, but
I,
I'm a businesswoman.
exactly. That's how we knew he was crazy.
Yeah. Well, apparently, he was saying that that by sacrificing you, he would be able to free the demon fallen angel and possibly Jayag.
Free Jayag. Oh yes, where is Jayag?
He's
Kind of in that place that people need to be sacrificed to save him from.
Yeah.
Hell.
Oh,
We.
hell. He is in the Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. He.
Fact, but also not something I'm willing to sacrifice my life to be able to help him with.
We figured.
I would be willing to help you procure him, but not to take a dagger
Yeah.
to the throat.
We figured he wouldn't be too pleased about it either. So
Yeah.
You're a businesswoman.
truth.
Yeah. Actually. Hey, Sherzim, we could also since there's no more Guardian of the Library, we could take
Check
a few
the
books on
library.
the Doom, research there what we would need to free Jayag from the Doom.
Might be able to find something that could help.
Sherzim, you look different. Hey, why you aren't as anymore? You're not going to suck my blood or anything, are you?
No, I'm done with that.
What do you mean you're done with that? Are you a vegan? Are you dieting? Or not?
No, I mean,
Done with that. It's such a good answer. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. My vampirism was just a phase. I'm done with that.
I gotta. What I mean is, thanks in large part to this guy, and I'd like I pat Lucien on the arm. It's probably like a bit of a reach for me.
Yeah.
But thanks large part to this guy, I'm no longer a vampire.
She kind of looks Lucien up and down. This guy. He doesn't look like he could rub 2 stones together to make a spark.
He can when there's a wish involved.
All right then.
I just keep staring at her.
Just wiping drool every once in a while.
I mean, look, most beefy men that I see like you, they hit things, then ask questions later.
I sort of do that sometimes.
Shocking.
He means he sort of sometimes asks questions. No,
That was a prime opportunity for I'd hit that and ask questions later.
there we go.
So, are we done with the talking? Are we ready to get the heck out?
I'm ready to get out of here.
Let's.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
let's do that. I take out my bow and, well, when we get to the first room, I'll take out my bow and knock it.
I can also. Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
I was gonna say, I can also just check out the rooms. I mean, I haven't used it in a little while, and I rub my ring and I go invisible.
Right,
Why did he just jack off his finger and then disappear? Anybody want
because
to?
that's how he disappears.
That's how it gets off.
But I can pull my finger, I suppose. She walks.
Nice.
She
Listen,
walked.
I can still hear you. I didn't disappear. I'm still here.
Well, then why
Well,
did you answer when I said
you-
something?
Well, you technically did disappear, just not like from the room. You're just not visible. Invisible.
It's really, really good conversation. Let's
Yeah.
get out of here.
Oh, you
Yeah,
guys
that's-
are the ones who made it through. You didn't have any help. You just made it through this place all by yourself. You took. Where have you guys been, by the way?
Here.
Well, we stopped after we, saved the town. Remember the whole rooftop thing, and we were blowing up buildings and being all badass.
Yes.
We went and ended everything, hence why it all stopped being so super creepy and weird. And then we started our own fucking city and kingdom and shit, and then came to
Wait.
rescue you.
Wait,
not
down the corridor.
kingdom. Let's keep the word kingdom out of the description of our settlement.
It's a kingdom.
It's not a kingdom.
It's whatever we want it to be.
Oh,
We're still part of the
wait, you guys have set up a place? Is it?
Yeah.
empire.
Is it what?
Is it-
I'm
Yeah.
there.
There are
Oh,
so
yeah.
many strange things that wander these hills. I have
Yeah,
been
you're
hard
more than
pressed
welcome.
to keep the people safe.
Yeah,
I'll
bring
keep
them
you
on over.
safe.
That's not super creepy.
Yeah, you've just been staring at her for 5 minutes straight. So good. So
Grab
good.
Yeah, it's called Reclaimed Glen.
It's a kingdom.
It actually it's not a kingdom.
I'm not going with Bahesht'ur. I think
There's
it's a kingdom.
actually a few miles of forest in a radius around the town, so it's
There
not.
is a forest.
Yeah,
Growing?
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
why we called it Reclaimed Glen.
How did that happen?
The
My girl Fatima came over. Oh, Fatima. Freya.
Freya visited.
She grabs her hammer,
Yes.
and this hammer is the size of your axe. Grabs
Yes.
it off of her back, and she throws it. She doesn't even look at you. She throws it right by your ear, and you hear, and then it just and comes back to her hand, and she sticks it back on her.
I don't even move. Just like, damn, girl.
I am liking this pairing here.
Um,
I pull out my axe and I say, I like how you carry that.
So let's get out of here.
I really know how to work a shaft.
Hey, I got flirts back. Oh,
Oh yeah.
So
people.
if it's a place that things can grow, we've been acquiring seeds. I did not know if that is something that you need, but
That does sound like something important that we need for a town.
Yeah.
we haven't been
definitely
able to
invited.
grow anything. The soil does not bear fruit.
Well, the soil at Reclaimed Glen should.
And most of my people are soldiers that might help to set them up there, and I do need to set up shop again. I could perhaps send a missive to the Gilded Council to maybe set up in this reclaimed glen.
I think that's great.
That
So
sounds
how
like
about
a great idea.
we get out of the tower?
Yeah, let's.
I
Let's
don't know
do
why
that.
we have not been doing so. She walks over kind of crystal apparatus, and she begins to trace some of the sigils with her fingers, working her
Let's say hi.
through the air.
Hi.
Hello.
Hold on.
To
Hold on.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey there.
And so the elevator begins to working, and she goes, "Come, come, come."
Sweet.
Let's go.
All right. I'll
Step into the elevator.
we'll-
For the sake of brevity, you guys make your way through the tower, and as you go, a lot of the rooms are now empty, just cold stone and obsidian on the walls. Anything of magical nature seems to be inert. No longer the movement and life that was in the tower. You come to the inn room, and it's just where you remember the inn being. It's just a cold stone room with a wooden, whatchamacallit, a wooden balcony that comes down into the first floor. You do see the mechanical automaton there, and he is hunched over, no longer moving. As you come to you come down and you come to the room where the shark was, the shark and the the ooze. And as you open the door, there is a dead shark lying. It looks like it's been beached inside the room. The cages where the rats were are all empty.
Woo.
That's worrying.
Well, they were magical, so they're probably just gone.
Well,
Does it look like the cages have been opened?
Yes.
yeah, I'm thinking there's a swarm of psychic rats roaming around.
Psychic rats. What the hell were they doing in here?
Also, that's a really cool band name. Just throwing that out there.
Called
That's
it.
awesome.
Cool band name. I call it. Yeah.
Dude.
All the
All bard party.
I'm on it. Let's do it.
it is no longer hat trick. It is psychic rats.
Psychic rat party. Psychic rat party.
You make it to the library, and it is an empty room. It has some scrap pieces of paper lying around, but
Oh,
Wow,
that hurts.
it's disappointing.
um, you exit through the front door. Those two automatons, Sherzim, that you had seen earlier, are folded over and appear to be inert, and the golden wall that made up the front door is completely gone.
Sherzim,
Mm-hmm.
do you think you could get one of
I'm
those?
not powering the automatons.
I'm not asking you to power them. Actually, Lady Fatima,
Yes.
do you do you think you'll be able to I'm trying to think of a word that's program but not program, because that's not part of the vernacular.
Could I reconstitute the enchantments that make up this automaton to serve?
Yes, and I'm thinking have it be like a guardian of some sort for Reclaimed Glen.
Yes, but we would have to take it with us. And she kind of
Yeah.
folds one, and it ting. They are quite heavy. I would not advise trying to move them.
Well,
Sharp pieces. I could perhaps make you something that would require quite a significant investment on your part, but I could probably
understandable.
make you something less clunky and unimaginative.
All right, that sounds good. We will have to get more of a handle on our finances, but let's do you know actually I forgot, were there were survivors in the town, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Many survivors, mostly soldiers.
No, I meant that as like a player, an out of character question.
Yeah, there were survivors in town.
Okay. All right. We should probably go to the town and gather the survivors, and whoever's willing, we can escort to Reclaimed Glen.
I like it.
I think I can enchant some horseless wagons. Maybe I think I
That
have
sounds good.
a magic carpet that could fit a few people. I think
Ooh.
transportation could be something quite arranged.
Yeah, we'd love to show them a new
I
world.
like- I like the sound of a magic carpet.
It would be much better than what is here. Yes.
A whole new world.
Definitely.
It'd be a thrilling pace. So
Yeah.
Oh my god.
one could even call
A
it a
shining
magic
place. You never
One
know.
rule: there is no singing in my shop.
I didn't sing. I'm just
Are we in your shop?
speaking from the heart.
Wherever I am is my shop because I carry my tools with me. And she kind of pats a pouch over by her shoulder or her hip.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, question.
And
The innkeeper, the fabulous Quetzalcoatl, is he still alive?
I do not know. I am
man.
surprised actually to find the Midnight Tower empty. Do you know what happened to the mages who lived here? Yeah,
We have no idea.
Yeah, there were
We're
no
kind of
mages. They're all
focused on
only been-
finding you.
Hmm.
It's just been a bunch of weird, dark shit going on.
I
Although that is a good question. I mean, if I had the room with like if I had the room with access to infinite materials for wands and staves, I would have to think really hard about leaving.
Yeah.
The reason that I ask is because I know that he had some talent with illusion, and I have noticed a worrying pattern of those who have magical ability disappearing.
That's right.
Yeah, that is kind of creepy. Yeah.
So I do not know. He disappeared shortly before the town, that the Bone Naga took over.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can ask around, see if anyone's heard anything, but yeah, let's get everyone ready to go and somewhere way better.
Okay. Is there anything that you guys want to do? Any conversations that you want to have?
I had mentioned to Fatima about funding her to get her shop in the town.
Well, I would be more than happy to set up shop. The investment will come from the Gilded Council. They will provide funds for me to reset up, and then a portion of the goods would, of course, go to you since you would own the land, and then a portion would go to them, and then a portion to me, of course.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
But I will have to get permission from the Gilded Council. It is my livelihood. Were I to break the Gilded Council's laws, they would take my hands. And I like my hands.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Well, we should be able to load a lot of your materials onto wagons if you.
Oh, yes. This will not be a problem. Many of my instruments of crafting and things like that will be quite easily packed. Don't you worry. And she winks at you.
All right.
All right. Well, should we get some people out of here?
Yeah,
Let's
go gather some citizenry.
And just as a reminder, you guys get everybody together. It's mostly soldiers and their families, the guards of the town that were able to survive and then make it over here.
Yeah.
She gathers them all up together. You guys spend maybe a day there while she enchants some wagons that, once enchanted, they propel themselves. She sets up she grabs a carpet that's a good 10 by 20 foot carpet. Most of the children, as well as some of the mothers, will go on this so that it can be up and out of reach of anything that may attack you guys on the road. And as soon as you guys, as soon as you guys are leaving, you notice that most of the wagons are filled with people and then also grain. Doesn't look like she's grabbed any tools. But as you guys step out of the shop to leave, she begins to touch the dwarven runes on the middle of the hat of the shop, and you hear it's this weird kind of grinding sound as the entire shop, because most of it is buried beneath the earth. It begins to rise up out of the earth, and then, like a Rubik's cube, it begins to twist and turn and fold in on itself.
Dude,
Oh my!
that's amazing.
Looking up, I kind of point to that, kind of look over at Alannon. Okay, now that you've seen that,
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say magic can do anything. You don't have to ask me if it can be used to knock somebody out or anything like that.
Well, when I say that, I'm saying
And Bahesht'ur's just like,
I'm not asking if it's possible. I'm asking, like,
Is it
what do you know about doing this with magic?
It folds
Yeah,
up
that was
into a
pretty
small cube,
damn
and
cool.
she picks the cube up, slips it into her pouch, and goes, "Okay, I'm ready."
You see
A single
like
tear goes down my face.
Wonder what other surprises you got going on.
Oh
She says,
yeah.
also, speaking, so we talked about setting up a shop on behalf of the Gilded Council within your territory. They will, once the shop is set up, I have spoken to them already, and they have agreed, based upon some signing of contracts between the wardens of the Reclaimed Glen and the Gilded Council, mostly formalities of taxes and tariffs, mercantile things.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's hit the road.
You guys hit the road. For the sake of brevity, as you guys make it there, you have a couple of encounters, but nothing that you guys can't handle at this point.
Especially with a crap ton of other soldiers with us now.
Yeah. At one point, there's a swarm of what appear to be maggots with legs and these red gnashing mouths. And so many of them that they begin to leap over each other. They only have the two legs. They move kind of like chickens, but they're kind of these maggoty larva-like things with these small black beady eyes and these red gnashing sharp teeth. They swarm, and you guys are able to pick them off quite easily. At one point, as you guys are camped for the evening, because it does take about a 10-day to get to where you guys are at, one of the children is stolen by this. A harpoon shoots out of the darkness and pierces one of these children before sliding them back. It's through the leg, and the soldiers kind of rush out, and you guys are able to take down this being that cries black tears, kind of this bulbous body. That's arms are these harpoons attached to these ligaments on its arm. You guys are able to kill it, though there are a few injuries taken. You are able to recover the child, and eventually you make it back to the Reclaimed Glen. And About a mile out from the city is where the growth starts to happen. The children, as soon as they see grass, they start to play in it. And they're just having just the greatest time. They're all excited. You see some of the adults, some of the soldiers and parents, they're crying for having, I mean, it's been months of nothing.
Yeah.
And there have been dust storms and things. I forgot to mention that as you guys have been moving, there have been dust storms that have swept across that you've had to brace yourselves, kind of like a sandstorm.
That makes sense.
Kind
of like a Dust Bowl situation.
It's exactly like a Dust Bowl situation.
Yeah.
Most of them are dirty and grimy from the dust that's accumulated on them journeying through this. And so they're very ecstatic. They're very happy. And as you guys come closer to the city proper as it's being built, you see that in your absence, because you've been gone for about a month, that a palisade has been erected around the city. Now, as you are approaching, one of the gates has been broken off of its hinges. And there appears to be some kind of work to repair that from inside. There are some scorch marks, some burn marks, also some pieces of the wall that look like they've been hit with something sharp and have hit gouges in the palisade.
We'll have to check in with our main man.
Can I see if I can piece together what happened before we get into the city?
Sure, roll me an investigation check.
That is a 16.
It looks like a battle.
Yeah.
It looks like a battle that took place maybe a few days ago. It's hard to tell.
All right.
As you approach, the doors are swung open. The one that's still, on its hinges is swung open to allow you in. And you are greeted by Chill Breeze. My lord, it is good to see that you have returned to us.
What?
He kind of you hear now kind of a growl in his throat as he goes, "My lord, it is good to see that you have returned to us."
We're happy to be back and happy that everything's still here. What happened back there?
Well, there are some few things that I must catch you up on.
All right.
Which is, you pointed out, there appears to be some Yoden in the area that have attacked us. We have a any kind of waves, and this is what we were able to recover to show us who they might be. And they bring forward a shield, and on that shield is a symbol. Let me put that in the chat. The symbol is of a skull with two spears crossed behind it.
Anticipation.
Okay.
Let's sing a song about anticipation. Anticipation. We look at Russ's face, it's so perfect. Anticipation. Anticipation.
How did I?
Do you want me to draw it real quick?
No, I had it.
Got you. So it's a shield. Okay, with a skull.
Here, I'll. Anyway, so he brings that forward. Everybody roll me a history check real quick.
Okay.
Alrighty.
14.
That is a natural 20 for Alannon.
Bahesht'ur, Sherzim, and Alannon, this looks familiar to you.
Indeed, it does.
Oh, I need to roll my history check. Sorry, I was busy.
Beautiful.
Art 15.
It's beautiful, Brett.
Yeah, actually,
There we
Oh.
go.
not too
That's
bad.
basically what I drew. Yeah.
You have seen this symbol before. It was on a letter that you recovered from a particular black half dragon that killed one of your friends.
Oh right. Oh shit. This was on the Jotun?
They attacked without warning in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And while we were busy protecting the front gates, bats flew overhead and dropped 2 orcs that went and sought after Towster, the wizard. He was able to fend them off, and they retreated, but not without some casualties.
Have you talked to the wizard about why they were hunting him, or?
He says he does not know.
All right.
What did I miss?
Jotun attacks. They had this shield with this symbol on it, and we've encountered this. It was before it was before you joined. We've encountered this symbol before in a small fight where we.
Sorry. Wait, I don't know what that is.
You would know what this is. This
Okay.
is the symbol of a particular tribe called the Xullyd.
Sword hater.
They
I hate
are
sewers.
so they're kind of in an odd kind of twist. They're mostly loathed among the Jotun as cowards and backstabbers. Because among the Jotun, it's very typical to fight somebody face to face,
Yeah.
cunningly take them down, but you always do it face to face. It is always a contest, and this tribe they started using poisons and rogue tactics to be able to accomplish their goals.
You guys have encountered these before?
Just the
Yeah.
symbol.
Briefly. Again, they just kind of attacked.
Yeah.
Huh. And I explained what Russ just explained about them. That they're cowards and use poison. And then he spits on the shield.
Also, Mukosk had a very adverse reaction to this symbol.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
And in fact, he told you guys these are the people who killed my family.
That's right. Because that banner was hanging over that one ruins in the distance that he kept trying to run to. We kept stopping him. I can't believe I remember that. Huh. I bet it's their home base.
And if you remember, it was a letter from Kellerel to the Black Half Dragon saying that they were at his disposal.
That's right. The plot thickens.
Okay, so
Well, before we get all this figured out, can you get all these people that are with us situated? And
Of course.
Yeah.
we've got
Most of
we
them
got a
are.
lot of. Yeah, go
Most
ahead,
of them are guards and soldiers, and
That will,
I'm pretty sure they will be able to.
there is a problem. We do not have seed or methods to grow.
Well, they brought some of that as well, and
Oh, they did.
yes,
Yeah.
That will make us rich indeed among this place.
yes.
There's also
It was
another
win-win.
small problem that should be handled by the lords, the wardens.
All right.
It seems that we have had some escapees, some slaves that have escaped into this territory.
Slaves.
Of course.
From where?
They are from a place. Draham, I believe, although it is hard to tell, they tell lies. They said they were free when they came here, but we found the brands on their skin.
Well, we'll have to get together and talk about that. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Uh,
I recommend returning them to their lord. It is a sticky situation, especially with the new laws that have been put in place.
New laws?
Of course. About a year ago, when the Council of Lords met, they ruled that they may collect on debts from serfs and enslave them through the collection of this debt if they are not able to pay.
Mm.
It has become a thriving trade in the last year.
Yeah,
I imagine so.
Many lords look out upon a great source of revenue. If we were to not return these slaves, then they might bring the law against you. Perhaps go to the Twilight Regions or the Crown Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, also, there has been a proclamation from Prince Draven, the heir apparent. Has an Aasimar who served within the Emperor's Guard as outlaw. His name is Andreox.
Yeah.
It has come to light that he may have had some role in the death of the Emperor.
Really?
That is what is being said by the Crown.
Well, I'll have to get the. All right then.
Just kind of like a.
It's legal for me to kill him now.
Oh, there.
Yes, it is.
No argument here. Awkward. Anything else?
Welcome home.
Awesome.
Thank you.
The construction is going according to pace. It will still be several months, but we have at least laid foundations for the structures of which you have asked.
Of
Do we
course.
have any like open plot of land in town big enough for like, I don't know, a shop to just kind of like appear?
Appear? Oh, have you procured
Fatima,
tile right from the Gilded Council?
Yeah.
Well,
it's great news.
Yeah. Do we have a plot of land that would be big enough for a shop? For her shop?
I can accommodate. We have extended the palisade to accommodate for the construction projects which are underway, as well as the town itself.
Perfect.
So we can certainly find a place. We may have to deconstruct a few buildings, but they are not being used. Should not be an issue.
All right. Well, I think we should retire to the inn, and we'll make the. What was the name of the inn again? This is out of
Elephant Trunk.
Oh yeah.
It's like the elephant trunk.
The elephant trunk, right?
I think it's the elephant's trunk.
The elephant's trunk, right?
We'll make the elephant's trunk our base of operations for now. I think.
Very girthy base of
if no one else objects.
Sounds good to me.
Throbbing good idea.
There has been some weird circumstances. Sorry, so many things that have happened in the last month. There appears to be a rash of stolen goods. People's penises turning into elephant trunks. People have they say that the Fae, because of Freya's visit and blessing upon the land, that perhaps this place touches on the Fae. They've taken to leaving alcohol out at night, and it seems to appease whatever thing roams this land.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It would, yeah.
Yeah, that is
Um,
not wrong.
I forgot his name too. It's been a
Rum.
while.
Rum.
Rum?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And what was Rum again? Like a gremlin or something?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Yeah. I remember him
That's
being
what he
annoying
is.
and doing like practical jokes and stuff.
A
But
creature that our DM loves so much that has not allowed us to kill it yet.
I haven't stopped you from killing it.
We've attempted like hundreds of times, and every time
It's a quick
happens
little
to get
booger.
away. You just want to draw penises.
It's a quick, crafty little booger.
and
All right, let's go to the
and
inn.
guess who made him that way?
Kobold Press is who made him that way, actually.
Thanks a lot,
Well,
Kobold.
all right.
Well, we'll
All
leave
right,
these people with you to organize, and we're gonna go head over to the inn.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I would actually like to walk around the town.
Okay.
All right,
I'll go ahead and ask Childries to bring bring the requisite paperwork to my room in the inn.
Yeah. And yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we enter the inn, though, I want to lean by the wall against the front door and load a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
All right, guys. I know he's in there. We just strike fast, all right?
We got a long rest in that time frame, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We ready?
Lucien, as you walk around, a quick thing. So as Lucien is walking around the town, you see a tower, kind of rickety. It almost. You ever seen the Sword in the Stone, the old cartoon?
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Okay.
There's a small smokestack kind of coming up out of the top that is belching black smoke. Most as you walk around the town, a lot of it's still empty, but you can see families that you've collected from Hell's Gate being placed within homes. Most people appear to be happy and thriving and content.
I still have a lot of rations, so I make sure that some of these people have food.
Okay.
That's good.
So if you ever want me to remove rations, let me know.
Okay. They appear to be well fed. They've been living off of rations so far, but it is the planting season, so they're getting ready to plant. Luckily, a lot of people had stored goods outside of the reclaimed glen. People will start experiencing some dire straits here in probably a couple of months.
Yeah, money for nothing, for sure.
Yeah.
How is the area that I wanted to build?
They've only got a foundation set in so far, but it appears to be to your specifications. All right, back to you guys. Outside the inn, loaded crossbow.
Loaded crossbow ready to enter.
Let's
do this.
You just kind of hear Alannon just sigh.
It's for the good of the people, Alannon.
Yeah, but he's mostly harmless, but whatever.
It's for the good of the people.
And Xullyd,
he'll definitely enjoy it.
You're all right with the fact that he's willing to kill Rum, but he wasn't willing to kill Andreox.
I've washed my hands of it.
Androx didn't turn my dick into an elephant's trunk.
He says it's for the good of the people, but it's personal.
Please turn to other people's. It's for
Deeply
For the good of it.
personal.
it's for the
For the
people.
good of his dick.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
So there's one chair that he always sat next to the fireplace. I'm gonna kick the door open and immediately aim my crossbow at that.
Okay.
And if he's there, I'm letting loose. Okay. We
Where
ready?
do I let go?
And I go in the door.
You kick in the door, and it doesn't. I mean, you don't, it definitely clangs against the back wall, and there's a figure sitting in that chair,
Munchkin.
How big of a figure?
adult-sized.
Well, I do not fire.
Yeah,
I specifically said if he was in the chair.
Yeah.
Watch for that.
and so
You gotta be careful with your words with Russ.
uh-huh.
Yep.
You see, the bearded figure stands up and he goes, "Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Where's Rum?
I don't know. I just thought I'd stay here because it's much safer and, frankly, much warmer than my tower."
Search the inn. I can kick the door open to the kitchen with the crossbow. Like,
Breach and clear! Breach and clear! Breach and clear!
move!
Actually, while Bahesh'tur's doing his search, I'm guessing it's probably like a chair I could pull up next to Towster.
I'm also gonna.
Witnessing a strange occurrence. What is he doing?
He's very determined to kill.
Is he hunting the orcs? Are they still here? Are they still around?
It didn't sound like it.
No?
I mean, do you know which way they went?
I don't know. I was able to scare them off. I singed a couple of them, and they kind of cursed. And at that point, the soldiers are coming, and then they hopped on their giant bats and flew away again.
Giant bats, eh?
Giant bats.
That's
Do I have any ideas
No,
of
I
where
don't
these
like
giant
that.
bats would be from, Mr. DM?
Roll me a nature check.
Nature
could
check.
I collaborate and
Listen.
Yeah.
all right.
Also, Lucien, roll me a survival.
I'm an idiot. I'm gonna leave, guys.
That's a 10 for my nature check.
Even with advantage?
Well,
Oh.
I'm Alannon's collaborating with you, so you have advantage.
Oh, I didn't catch that part. I just got Vanilla is here with a brand new invention.
Roll me an investigation.
23.
What, Russ?
Roll me investigation.
All right, I'm on the hunt, brothers.
What was your roll, Sherzim?
23.
23. Yeah, you know that there are giant bats, and mostly they're from the north. Is where
All
they're coming from.
Okay, well, it's just like giant bats are usually up in the north, which I guess would make sense if this is Jotun that are attacking.
Yeah. Also,
Since I've rolled pretty high, I happen to know if there's like a specific region of the north that they would be from.
Yes, they're specifically from Aro, which is a mountainous region.
From Aro.
Whose ruler is Duke Rasp. Hold on, let me get a couple of things. I need to get my notes.
so
Probably had to
I-
poop again.
Probably.
I heard talk of a building with that symbol on it. Back
I'm
with
sorry, what did you say?
like I caught something about a building with that symbol on it when oh
Mukosk? Is that who you're
yeah
thinking of?
yeah when Mukosk was with us.
Yes, it was maybe a 5-day away. Kind of in
Okay.
the same general region as the Corpse Tower.
Okay.
So yes, Aro, which is a mountainous region, and then was ruled over by Lord Rasp of House Stark, Starke, Styrke, Stark,
Starkey.
Styrke. We'll go with Styrke. Duke of Aro, Lord Marshal of the Imperial Legions, Protectorate of Radiance, and of House Starke.
Starkey.
And head of House Styrke, Knight of Valors, and he is also the Speaker for the Council of Lords.
All right.
Sorry, I have been filling out the lords, so
That's
All
good,
right.
dude.
Jeez. All these nobles with the mountains of titles.
yeah, it's a mountainous region. They mostly deal in ore. They are
Yeah.
more, and this is because of your nature check. You'll kind of understand the geography of the place where these bats come from. Large mountains, large caves. They're a mining territory. They mostly deal in ore and things like that. Supplies of gold and silver and stuff like that is where it comes from Aro. They are, because of the mountains, they are more protected from the Jotun than, say, Gaianward. So they do not have a lot of battles, though they do have some heavily contested passes into Aro.
All right.
It's like he knew what my next question was going to be.
What just happened?
Nothing.
We're learning
miss
more
anything.
about the region where the giant bats are from.
Okay, learning.
Yeah.
Well,
The giant bats are sometimes used. They have there are groups that have been domesticated both on the Jotun side and on the Dawn Empire side as scouts.
All right. All right then. Well,
They wouldn't have much contact with the Jotun in Aro. So why would there be Jotun flying? I mean, I know they're used by both.
Yeah. Do we know whether do we know out of character? Do we know where the Sir Hater are from? Like, are they from Arrow?
They're from Derbywisgrund. All the Jotun are from Derbywisgrund.
I mean, like, are they near there or?
The Jotun tribes move around a lot. They're nomadic.
Okay.
But they aren't, for some things, they don't have a whole lot of contact with Aro. So that's what makes the whole giant bats things from Aro so sketchy.
Also, you know that you have heard of a group called the Red Fang of Shargas that are a subsect of the Jotun, mostly based in the Surhater as infiltrators and assassins.
All right.
Wow. I love it when I roll high on these brain checks.
Yeah.
It allows you to
they're-
get really good lore up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that and I get more
Really
information that I can actually write down.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Brett, you're like, yep, Cool.
No, no, legitly, cool. Like I love that stuff, dude.
All right. Well, they did come they did come after Tauster, and you do know that magic users have been disappearing in the region, and I'm willing to bet that these Surhader are the ones taking them, and I'm pretty sure that we'll find them at the building that we saw with the Mukosk.
It's possible.
That's what I'm thinking. Anyway,
About this time, Bahesht'ur, as you're like in the upstairs, you look out the window and you see a spindly figure, green, disappearing
How far
over a
away?
rooftop.
right.
I run back out straight through the lobby. I'm on the hunt, and I just like run out the front door.
As he's doing that, I go to the bar and get a bottle of rum, actually, and a shot glass, and actually, yeah, just a shot glass. But yeah, I'm gonna.
I need something to calm my nerves.
Didn't he leave already?
No, he's still sitting there. As you guys are discussing this, he's like, kind of, his eyes are just kind of looking to either side. He looks real paranoid.
How long ago did those orcs show up?
5 days ago, I think. I haven't slept since then. It's hard to tell.
I can make you something to help with that.
Ah, where'd you come from?
I've been here the whole time.
No.
He's yeah, get used to it. Yeah, I'll grab another I guess glass for the rum, and then I'll pour one for Tauster, and I'll give the glass to Tauster, and then I'll have some.
Homies.
Actually, does anyone else want one?
He takes it.
No.
As you hand it to him, he takes it real quick and he just downs it, and then he starts licking his fingers and sucking on his beard. Oh, it really comes to nerves. You got another one? You just hit me. And he slaps the table.
I slap him. I'm kidding. I pour another one.
He thanks, and he does the same thing. Licks his fingers, sucks on his beard. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. And I'm kind of waiting for the paperwork to. I'm waiting for the paperwork from
Chilbreeze.
Childries.
He comes in and he's carrying a set of scrolls, all kind of up, and he begins to place things in front of you for you to sign. There's
all right, let's actually go up to one of the rooms.
Oh, one of them.
Well, actually, I can just do it. I'll just pull up a chair and just kind of.
There's all sorts of paperwork. There's receipts for the material, some of the workers that they have working. He also gives you. He also pulls out a book. It's a ledger of seeds that they've counted, dry goods that they have,
All right.
money still in your coffers.
Yeah, I'd like to get a good idea of the financial situation and
Okay, I'll be right
like
back, guys.
coming in, coming out.
Right.
Just
You don't have a whole lot
Yeah.
coming in at the moment. You guys haven't
Yeah.
set up
Yeah.
but there are some stores that are starting to set up, and of course, you guys collect taxes off of those
Yeah.
goods that are being sold to the people that are working, because people now are working, which means that they can also spend money. So people are setting up stores and things like that.
Yeah.
So you're breaking about even on your 150, although a lot of it is going towards the building, and
Yeah.
has been set aside for the building. About 60,000 has been set aside for the building of your particular things. I think it's 60,000.
All right.
Oh yeah, so there's a lot of that going on. He also places in front of you the report of the battle that occurred.
All right. I'd like to get a good look at that. See if there's any details I can glean that we haven't heard already.
Roll me an investigation check.
Alrighty. Oh. Yeah, that's a synthetic 20.
Yeah, so you can see that pretty much what Childry has described. They attacked in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And they use the frontal assault as a distraction, while orcs on winged beast infiltrated the city. They went directly for the wizard.
Now, are these orcs or Jotun?
Orcs are Jotun. They
Oh,
belong to that group.
I thought they were. I thought they were different.
The
All right.
Jotun encompass giants, Goliath,
Yeah.
and orcs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's their nation is the Jotun.
Oh, okay.
Different tribes, lots of tribes usually have orcs and Goliaths and giants.
Okay.
It's more really of a hierarchy than anything. I mean,
All right.
But yeah, I mean, it's all about strength and survival and stuff like that.
All right.
So, well, don't let him in here. Just let the wet dog too in here. It also so they came and they went directly for the wizard, who was able to hold them off from his tower till soldiers could arrive, at which point they were beaten back.
Now, were they beaten back, or did they retreat once the soldiers got there? Like
they retreat.
Like were there blows taken?
They retreated.
Okay.
They blew a horn, at which point the frontal assault broke off.
Okay. All right. So pretty organized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we also they probably had scouts on the place. Probably knew the place pretty well and where to strike at Townspeeps and.
It indicates that they now have scouts in the field, especially now that they have a battalion of trained fighters to supplement what they already have.
All right.
So they are starting to put scouts in the field, so that should have pre-warning should any assault force try to strike at the reclaimed glen again.
All right.
Also see the report of the slaves that are in your custody. It's a family of an older man, a younger man, presumably his wife, and 3 children.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Do, since I am out and they have ran away, right? Do I happen to see them?
Run away from...
I thought they
They-
ran out
they-
of the town.
I think they ran from the Lord
Oh,
to the Glen.
Yes.
oh, okay. I thought they ran away from the Glen to like.
No.
Okay.
No. You guys have not set up. You guys have the ability to purchase slaves if you so choose, but currently you do not have slaves in the town.
All right. And would I know the I guess going rate of a slave?
It differs. An
All right.
older man, depending on skill, could be more expensive or less expensive because he can't work in the fields. Strong,
All
hardy man would be more expensive than a weaker man. Women are cheaper than men are, but also more heavily abused. Children,
Yeah.
and Chilbreeze is kind of describing this to you. I'm assuming you kind of ask, or you just
Well, I'd like to see if I can figure it out on my own.
you kind of have a
That's
suspicion.
kinda-
I mean, based upon common sense. Stronger man would be more expensive than a weaker man.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're talking about
I'm
gold per slave usually.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that right. Did you say thousands?
Yes,
Okay.
they're expensive, but also cheaper than manual labor. They're expensive to
Because
buy.
they're like a one-time expense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's also whatever.
Yeah, there's also
Yeah, I'll have
things
to.
that would factor into how much a slave would cost.
All right, and based on what I'm looking at here, would I have an idea of how of what they would be worth as slaves?
You haven't really been around since the law's been enacted, so you really it's hard to tell
No, okay.
how much they would cost because you haven't been around any of the slave trades or anything like that.
Yeah.
This law was
Yeah.
passed.
All right.
So specifically, no, but intuitively, you estimate, a few thousand here. I mean, you're a pretty intelligent guy, so you know that.
Probably
Yeah.
a few thousand each, probably.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, my idea is to I guess quote unquote buy them from their lord, I guess, and then like have them kind of work off their debt like indentured servants or something.
Yeah, you might be able to find out, but you would probably need some help to be able to find out how much they would cost. But
All
that's
right.
if and I mean, you'd really have to go to Chilbreeze for specifics because you're not super familiar with the law,
Okay.
nor have you been around the slave trade. You're thinking along the right lines, but that's speaking as a DM to the player.
Yeah.
As a character, you think that might be a possibility, and
Yeah.
that might be a solution.
Yeah. Yeah. There's kind of conflicting parts of him that it'd be lawful to send them back to their lord, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't be it wouldn't feel right, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna chew over that and kind of see how the repairs are going and
All right, you guys.
You love us.
At this time, Lucien comes back.
Huh?
He's got this huge boar over his shoulders. And he just kind of like kicks in the door that's still kind of a little bit broken from when Bahesht'ur burst in earlier. Just wham! And it just like it falls off his hinges and into the, and then he just walks over to the bar and he, bam! Slams it on the.
Did you really have to kick the door off?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I look you straight in the eyes. Yes.
Well, go fix it then.
Chill breeze.
He looks at you. Roll me an insight.
Oh man, my guy is not good at this. That's a 6.
Awesome.
Oh.
I'm Lucien. I'm against slavery, but hey, you peasant, go fix the door. I can't.
Let me see. Yeah. 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 You can't tell anything from his understandably alien face because he is a cat person. And he looks at you and
Wow, Russ. Wow.
I am of service.
I didn't, just in case. I don't know how to fix doors, so I mean, I can like break it, but that's the best that you're gonna get.
Let me see.
I know. Shut up.
I'm just picturing like the way you fix it is like you kind of lean it against the door frame and it's kind of crooked and you don't even attach it to the frame. It's just leaning there.
Puts a chair in front of it so it doesn't fall over.
What's your passive perception?
Hmm?
I was asking Lucien what his passive perception is.
That's a 9.
Ah.
All right. He goes over and you hear him outside calling to some carpenters to come and fix the door for you.
It's a delegation chain, man.
Shit rolled downhill, brother.
Also,
So-
as you're searching through the town, roll me another investigation check.
There we go.
Wait, what's Bahesht'ur doing?
I'm hunting for rum.
Oh,
It's a 5.
You see, you spend a good hour searching the town, asking people, "Have you seen the Goliath?" And nothing.
Actually, I'd like to. I'd like to ask Chilbreeze. So when the townsfolk leave alcohol out on the doors, how much do they leave out? A bottle, a glass.
Usually a full bottle if they can afford to, or perhaps
All
just
right.
glass if they cannot.
All right. Thank you. And then I'll continue.
why are you asking about leaving bottles out?
Well, we don't want to get pranked, do we? He kind of grins.
I stumble back into
So now I have
super sad.
a burning question. Probably need to have it looked at.
Do we have a burning answer?
No,
This is for the DM.
Okay.
So would I have remembered anything that I may have come across in the book that I Kanamon about binding more powerful beings, celestial beings, particular.
Actually, yes. There's a great deal about binding, and actually, now that you've
Had some time
grown,
to stew on it.
you've grown in your arcane knowledge, and a lot more of these kinds of because as most magical spells are for wizards, especially, has to do a lot with math, the alignment of the planets, the seasons, and things like this. It's very logical, very mathematical, and these equations are starting to make more sense to you. You actually find that it has a spell for demon summoning, and it does talk about a binding of celestial beings, demons, things like that.
That's what I have going in the background for me.
Nice.
It's really immersive. I have a small crowd and construction going on.
Okay, so with this spell, that there will probably have been listed like components.
You have right now, if you have the ability for it has the summon greater demon spell and the summon lesser demon spell. Demons.
That's what's in the book right now.
Yeah, those are, as you look through, those are some of the things that are standing out to you.
I'm totally saving this thing.
And you can use that to copy into your own spellbook if you would like at some point.
Okay, I was mainly asking because I was just trying to work out how,
like
the exact how of
investigation check.
Okay, because I'm just asking if I would have recalled from any kind of previous readings that I've done.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. This is like dear God, I'm so glad I've got such a high bonus now. 12.
12. You see something about the binding of celestial beings coming from the knowledge of a demon.
Chill Breeze is there, right?
And with the help of the binding of a celestial being can only be accomplished, 1, through the help of a demon, and 2, from its knowledge.
From a demon's knowledge and help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it.
Russell?
Yes.
I'll wait for a more appropriate time to divulge that info.
What'd you say, Lucien?
Is Chilbury still there?
Yes.
I asked him if they've hired any people for the Hunters Guild.
I have some people in mind. Right now they are acting as scouts for the city.
If we don't have any plans, I'd like to see them in the morning. And I look at the group.
Do we have any plans to see them in the morning?
Sorry. If we don't have any plans to do anything else, I want to spend my morning looking at them.
Sorry, looking at what? You kind of cut out there for me.
At the scouts. The people he has in mind.
All right.
I was actually going to ask the same thing on my end for the shade.
Yes, what is the shade?
Well, that was the intelligence network I asked you to start to set up.
Oh, yes. Yes. That is, again, the scouts that are acting for us in the field.
Ah.
We also have some others that have been placed within the city so that Well, things are content. They don't have much to do, but they keep an eye on the attitude. I have also just, sent out to the surrounding courts of lords within places within
Cleveland.
Did he really just say Cleveland?
I did.
That's pretty good.
I have sent agents to Verdant, Sulnua, Draham, and Lakrut, so that we may keep an eye on our neighbors. They have not returned.
What
and I returned to
What were those areas, Russ?
Traham, so Traham,
Mm-hmm.
Sulnua, SU, with a what's that? A glottal stop. It's an accent over it. IL space capital NUA. Lakrut, LAKRUT, and Verdant, VERDANT. Solnua is the capital of the Dawn Empire.
Okay.
It might also be advisable to keep an eye on Insulam, the Elven King.
All right. I mean, if we have anybody to send out that way, absolutely.
It would be better if we had elves. The Genties are highly segregated, shall we say.
Do we not have any elves? Is it mostly just humans?
Yeah, it is. The ambassador that was at Porta has left. Mostly we have some half-elves. Any elves that we do have would not be welcome. They are scleratis.
Very well.
And you would know that elves who have elves have a pact of non-interference. They do not interfere with any other nation. They are scholarly in nature. In fact, that is their religion. They're a theocracy based around the acquiring of knowledge. And any elves who disband that, they have their ears clipped, and they are labeled as scleretes. And they're called scalies by most elves as kind of a derogatory term. And you also know, so the ambassadors would be called Viatorum. And you also know that your father did not have his ears clipped, which would be normal practice for one who lived outside and worked for other entities.
Okay. Right. Excellent.
Yep. Yes. As they say, better to rib the whirlwind than cross an elf in pursuit of knowledge. So I think it is best that we have at least some form of eye on them. Although the Dawn Empire probably does, and if they were to act upon us, it would be an act upon the Dawn Empire. So it is up to you.
Well, maybe it would be best to wait until we can do it. Well, until we can keep an eye on them easily. If we don't have any elves now, it might cause an issue. We can cross that bridge when we need to.
I bow to your wisdom, sir.
Jailbreeze.
Yes. How may I be of service, Lucien? Lord Lucien. Sorry.
Is there any way we can set up some kind of boot camp system?
What do you mean? For the training of new recruits?
Yes.
My expertise lies within the acquiring of knowledge. scouts, spies, assassins. I am unfamiliar with being able to train others, but if you could find such people, then yes, of course that's consider. We have a trained contingent of guards now, as well as people, so that will help.
With all the training and stuff and fighting that I've had to do as a kid, would I be able to work something out?
Yes, but remember, so the way that Jotun are trained, very, very different than the way.
Yeah, I know.
You're talking about the difference between Spartans and Greece.
Yeah, I know. I want to train my people like that.
If you want to, you could certainly set that up as a mode of training. Now, again,
Yes.
you would want to find somebody because you guys will often be away from the city.
Yeah.
You'll want to find somebody who can continue that. So either train up a captain, which would take probably several years, especially in your estimation,
Mhm.
or find somebody who can fulfill that role for you.
Alright.
And that is part. So you can acquire what are called retainers or followers, people that they're usually below you a couple of levels, and they have special skills that you can use to enhance your place.
I asked.
Protect it with it.
I have no idea. Would you be able to find somebody who is familiar with? And I'll talk to you later about it. My ways as a Jotun to be able to train people.
Would I be able to?
Yes, find somebody to train them.
Well, would I be able to find somebody to train them?
Yes.
No, it's a full-time job just being able to train those that I am training and to be able to fulfill the needs that you have.
Okay. Wait. Oh, sorry. I have a little one who won't shut up. One second. Go away. Say that one more time. I'm sorry, Russ.
So basically, he said that he wouldn't be able. He basically said he wouldn't be able to. He has a full-time job, just fulfilling your needs and training those that he is already working on. So he would not be able to find somebody for you. He might be able to point you in the right direction.
Can you point me in the right direction and bring them over, or ask them to come see me in the morning?
There is nobody within the city that would be able to accomplish what you seek.
Can you send out letters to people who might be able to fill the position?
If you're wanting people trained to be soldiers after the manner of the Jotun, then I would suggest finding a Jotun.
I send out letters. I sit down and write letters to people from my tribe then, and send out letters to them.
So something that you would be aware of as a Jotun, Jotun don't have a written language. Not in Jotun. If they do, they use common, and it's not normally something that they do a lot of. If they were to get a letter, they would be if somebody wants to come and talk to me, they can come and talk to me.
Okay. How long would it take to go there?
Yeah. You could probably take a teleportation circle from, we're talking months. If you took the rivers, weeks. If you took an ocean voyage, probably a couple of 10-day. But there is no current point in Mariporta, so it would take a couple of 10-day to even get out of Mariporta. And then you might be able to take a teleportation circle, which would be even faster, but expensive.
Okay. Okay. Do we have anyone who can act as an ambassador to go deliver the message?
Well, as far as soldiers go, I have sent letters off to Bahesht'ur's mercenary friends. I have not received word back, but I am hopeful there. If you would like Jotun-trained soldiers, somebody who would be able to... I don't know of anybody who has the knowledge or ability. Perhaps some of the mercenaries, when they get here, might be able to act in that fashion.
Okay. I asked that. Huh?
They have had dealings with the Jotun in the past that make them more acquainted with the social structure, and by that I mean punching people in the face way of getting
Yes.
done.
If there is ever an opportunity for that to happen, to send someone in order to do that and to mention my name.
Well, there we go.
Yes, I will keep an eye out and make sure that that is accomplished.
Okay. I love you, or sweetie. That's all for me.
And Chilbraze does come over to you, and he to Xullyd, and he goes,
Mhm.
We have secured your offices, and also found some things that you might find interesting and added them to your herb collection.
Interesting. Well, thank you. That's very helpful.
It's an area of expertise of mine, and I might promote a fellow journeyman.
I understand. I do truly appreciate it. In the sense of creating this intelligence network as well. Are you going to be able to train some of these people? I know you have a full plate, or should I be looking for somebody as well?
No, I am accomplished in this particular area.
and he kind of, as he's talking to you, he does hold up a bag. Lucien, you don't see this. He kind of holds it up between his body and you, so you can't see it. But he holds up a bag that looks very familiar to you, Xullyd.
Oh,
I'll tell you what it is.
okay.
What?
Let me see. I'll hop over there really quick.
I do still want to have some of the people come over in the morning.
Okay, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's a good one.
So, okay. So, Xullyd just kind of smiles and he says, all right, well, I might draft up a couple things, tenets at least, that I would like instilled in the members of the Shade. I might also have an idea or two for maybe some kind of rivalry for them as well. I don't necessarily want them to be the same. I don't want them to look the same as the gods. When we have a member of the Shade come out somewhere, I want somebody to know that it's a member of the Shade, that they're one of ours. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
More of an inquisitorial squad.
Not so much that, as much as like
Secret police?
special operatives for when we need that kind of wet work done.
I understand what you mean. The Twilight regions fulfill a similar need for the Empire.
Exactly. I want somebody to know that when they see that there, that they know that they've dealt with the Shade from the Reclaimed Glen.
I like where your head is at. It's better if the enemy fears.
Absolutely, because even if we don't use them, or if we don't have them as a force we're using at that time, at least somebody will know who they are and what their capabilities are.
Yes, I agree. I think that when the need is necessary, they can blend in. But also, if they can inspire fear and get out of a situation in that way, it also has its perks, which also make those who are more subversive blend in much more easily.
Absolutely. And one more thing, and he kind of leans in close to Chilbreeze to try and make this as quiet as possible so that nobody else can hear anything. But he says, with the scouting parties that are going out, I know that you've been sending out the scouting parties and that are the normal guards and things like that, but I would be very appreciative if once we do have some members of the Shade, that there's at least one of them in the parties there. That way we can have at least some kind of reporting back directly to us and for what we're looking for.
There are already.
Oh, fantastic.
There are your typical bushwhackers to scare those out of hiding who are in the bushes. And then there are those who are much more quiet to hunt them down like birds of prey.
Well, it sounds like you already have quite a handle on things in our absence. I'll draw some things up and I will present them to you when they're ready.
Excellent, my lord.
Okay, now that's done, I'm going to go create more drugs because I'm out. And so he just kind of turns and leaves and goes because he doesn't want to be caught without sleep powder anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm actually. Oh, go ahead.
You find some when you get there. You do find also some things that are much more rare. That might even be able to create magical powders.
Ooh, shit. Okay,
Nice.
cool.
Like unicorn horn and things like that.
Oh, damn. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I think for the rest of the day, I think Xullyd would be messing around with some of that stuff, but also he's going to explicitly try to make a larger batch of that sleeping powder so that not only is he going to have a good amount for it for his own personal use and then Mithos, but he wants to at least have enough to where he can have some for each party member as well, so that in case he isn't there and Mithos kind of loses it again, that other people are going to be able to knock him out instead of, if he's not there.
Right. Yeah. So your roll me proficiency check with your I think it's poison proficiency or whatever. Your alchemical skills, which I think is just your proficiency. Add that to either dexterity or intelligence, whichever you prefer.
Okay. Synthetic 20.
Okay, yeah, you're able to make a couple of pounds of the sleep powder.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. So
enough for let's say 20 uses.
Okay, damn. So let's see here. So yeah, so what he'll end up doing is he comes back. He'll put them all in vials, and he'll actually the 20 uses in vials, and he comes back to where everybody is, and he's like, "I have gifts," and he keeps 5 for himself and doles 5 out to everybody else, and says, "This is in case we need it again."
What is it?
All right.
Oh, this is the drugs that I use for Mithos and for my own use sometimes. But I know that we ran out in that last little run we had, and in case I'm not there, you all will have some as well.
It's a powder that when used, it's an inhaled powder, so you have to throw it in somebody's face. And it is a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. If they fail, they fall asleep. If they succeed, then nothing happens. If they choose to fail, then they automatically fail.
Automatic.
You said DC 10?
So,
Okay.
It was I was making a new
Same.
entry. What was the save again? Constitution or Wisdom?
Constitution.
It is a mundane alchemical powder, so it does not have any magical properties. So
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah.
I'm just
it can't
I'm naming it the sleeping drugs.
There you go.
It can put half elves and elves to sleep, is my point.
Yeah.
You guys meet with the guards in the morning? Anything in particular that you guys want to do? Did anybody else want to do anything before?
My stuff wasn't like important. It was just like basic, like just Bahesht'ur looking over stuff, so that I don't know. Next session, I can like just have like a rundown of how things are looking and go from there.
And Chill Priest will provide you the military reports. How many guards have been established? Scouts. To you, Xullyd, he provided the members of the Shade.
Okay, cool.
Of which there are 10 currently. Of a minor ability with rogue-like abilities. They are still being trained. But you will have basically a contingent of rogues. And Bahesht'ur has a contingent of guards. That'll come into play if we ever end up using the warfare rules. But you can send them on missions. You can have them do things for you specifically. They may or may not die. Is the
thing. And we're doing what was the name of the rules again?
Warfare
rules. There are some in Strongholds and Followers, which is one of the supplements.
Strongholds and Followers. That's the one that I was thinking of.
Do I have any, Russell? Or no?
You wanted Rangers, right?
What? Mostly like barbarian people, like scouts that are good for hunting and.
Yeah, you will have a nomadic troop of barbarians that will travel around. Those are still, they're like level 1 minor guys.
Yeah.
That are being trained to, in the fashion of Jotun, survive outside and mess things up when they come into contact with them.
Essentially, I want them to be like our berserker group for the front lines.
And they're normally kept outside the city limits by their very nature.
That's fine.
I seem to remember there's like a barbarian camp or something in the rules.
Yeah, that's still being built.
Yeah.
So you do not have a barbarian camp yet, but basically you have a contingent. Being trained up, they're very low level right now. They can do things for you, but again, they might die.
Yeah.
So Bahesht'ur, you're getting all that military, the summary of troops, their movements, and things like that. And that.
Cool, thank you.
What?
What? There's a.
Wait, I'm gonna do that word.
Sorry, go ahead.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
All right.
We'll pick up after the logistical things have been taken care of. I will find the basically like the cards for your groups. I will send that to you guys so that you have those.
Okay.
Okay.
So that you're aware of. Your wizard's tower is being built, but Chivalry actually has not even acknowledged Mithos.
I'm just listening.
Right.
You all okay? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yay!
I'd like to go over the options that we have for Mithos, like if we can appoint him, or if someone else has to reappoint him, or.
Chilbreeze seems confused. He's like,
Oh.
Who is Mithos?
Yeah, the wish, the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, that's right.
I mean, you are counts with the ability to ordain barons.
Ah.
You are earls.
I should say. You have the peerage equivalent of count, who are earls, which are under dukes. So it goes emperor, princes, dukes, earls, counts, barons. That's it. Barons are usually over cities, counts are over areas. And since you guys are unincorporated territory, you guys are counts in charge of this area.
Cool.
All right.
With permission from the crown, of course. You may.
Right. Poor thing.
Yes.
All right.
Do we have a bank?
You poor guys made him use that voice for an hour straight.
Yeah.
I asked Chilbreeze, are there any plots of lands to build a house?
There are many plots of land.
Can I go? Huh?
You guys own the entire unincorporated territory of Mayor Porta is under your jurisdiction. The only one that normally you would have to answer to a duke for what you do, you guys only have to answer to the emperor.
Okay.
All right.
So all of this land is under your jurisdiction. You own all of this land. You're responsible to the empire about what occurs in this land. You're responsible for levies and things like that for military usage. Also, you have to pay a portion of your taxes to the crown.
Yeah.
Own this.
Behind the area where the Barbarians keep is supposed to be, can I build a house?
We are building a castle for the use of all the members of Hadrick.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
We could probably make something like a hunting lodge for you if you'd like.
This is achievable.
That would be great.
All right.
That would be an additional.
Basically, you'd have to pay more for it, but you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ask if that's okay with the group since it's collectively our money.
Also, Lucien, your bag of holding is
gone. Oh, okay.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Alrighty then.
Dun dun dun. Tune in next week for Dragon Ball Z. We're out of
That's just the that's just the direction I would have been giving to Chilbreeze.
Okay.
At least part of it. I'll have to think of the rest of it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
Cool. Lucien, you look like you're in shock.
No, I'm just waiting to see if anybody was saying anything else. I totally figured when you were like making those checks, I was like, ah, shoot, that dude's gonna like swipe something. At least he didn't take my axe or anything. I'm fine. So like, dang it.
Alrighty, guys. Did everybody have fun?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Good.
Yeah. I had a surprisingly good time with the administration.
Yeah, that's how I was like. I didn't want you to think that when I was like BRB, it was like, oh, this is so boring. I was like,
Yeah.
this is his moment. I'm gonna take this opportunity to get drink and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of waiting until after that to try and get some arcane knowledge.
Yeah.
There's parts of D&D for everyone, and like, that's what you've held on to, and it was really fun to watch you like, ooh, like I'm imagining your character like, ooh, let's and what is this over? Ooh, and how can I look at this? And ooh.
Yes, I am super excited. You guys got some role playing, a lore dump, some administrative work.
Hell yeah, we're going places.
All the aspects. And now you have to decide what happens to the slaves.
Kill them.
Yeah.
It's a natural cause. We found them like this.
When I do have to ask, when does Lucien find out that his bag of holding is gone?
Not until you go to bed.
Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
Because I imagine that's when you would be taking stuff off to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like yourself and then saying your prayers, and during that process you'd be like, where's my bag of holding? Yeah, totally gone.
Okay.
Cool. All right, I gotta get going.
It disappeared.
All right.
All right.
Farewell.
Bye, guys.
I gotta go to night.
Hey.